We're here for another edition of the Outlook series, and I'm your host, Mike Lippis. Bi-modal IT inherently means two teams, two processes, two sets of resources, and two different ways of thinking. And somehow, these converge in the end. Achieving agility with bi-modal IT comes at a cost for organizations, especially if silos continue to impede innovation, legacy back-office systems, and potential team conflicts continue to prevail. But does bi-modal IT solve things? Now joining us to discuss multimodal DevOps development is Akshay Sharma. Akshay is a technical advisor at Kovair Software. Akshay Sharma, welcome to the Outlook series.
Thank you.
So, Akshay, what is bi-modal IT?
Well, about a decade ago, Gartner defined bi-modal IT as you could say a process or a methodology describing two different modes. Mode one being legacy application lifecycle management with the classical waterfall model of development, and mode two being the agile DevOps cloud-based model of development and test, whereby we would have separation of teams, separation of goals, metrics, and business outcomes. Since most firms will typically have both legacy applications on-prem as well as newer cloud-based applications or even mobile applications as well, the bi-modal approach is to divide and conquer.
Mm-hmm. Now, are there problems associated with bi-modal IT?
Initially, no. It does make sense to start out this way. But after a while, in my experience and having discussed things with multiple teams over the years, it leads to conflicts. With silos and different goals, different metrics, and different reward structures between the separate teams comes different siloed solutions typically that somehow needs to converge in the end within the business overall. Mm-hmm. The legacy application lifecycle management teams feel that they are the past, but they also believe they are the ones that are carrier-grade or enterprise-grade folks with resiliency and quality tested in, while the DevOps folks believe they are the future, the innovators with agility baked in, and quality somehow factored in the ops part of the equation. Mm-hmm. This can lead to suboptimal solutions being architected and potential team conflicts.
Uh-huh. Now, so how do you suggest resolving team conflicts?
What I'm suggesting is concurrent multimodal IT occur, where you have common tools, common architectures, and common teams supporting both legacy application lifecycle management and newer DevOps solutions as well, with common metrics, common data lakes, common APIs, common platforms, common business goals, results in cohesiveness and collaboration within the team. The DevOps folks can benefit from the quality test and measurement approaches from the ALM teams, and the ALM teams learn from agile approaches, hopefully leading to better optimal deployments and more team synergies.
Mm-hmm. What is driving concurrent multimodal IT?
Multiple drivers exist. The synergies of collaboration from the legacy ALM teams and the DevOps teams, by learning to work together, will bring about faster solutions and have better quality built in. As silos are broken down, I believe hybrid solutions will occur, converging legacy with newer solutions, hopefully leading to better architected deployments as we transition to the new digitally transformed business. Mm-hmm. Hopefully in the new world, workflows of solutions are agnostic of the architecture, whether they are on-prem or in dedicated servers, in the cloud, in the megaplexes like Microsoft Azure, Google, Amazon AWS, or in the newer telco edge computing soon to be offered with the advent of 5G. Mm-hmm. These solutions will benefit from both ALM and DevOps approaches. Additionally, within these newer solutions, perhaps we can achieve more agile services from the SOA, service-oriented architecture, leading to hopefully newer business outcomes.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you see cross-functional development and deployment teams in the future?
Yes, hybrid development and hybrid solutions with converged offerings within this hybrid cloud continuum, I believe, will be the norm. The legacy solutions will benefit from newer API-driven platforms in the cloud, newer AI or machine learning platforms with shared analytics over common data lakes, and common software buses, hopefully leading to more agile offerings, while the cloud-based DevOps-oriented solutions will benefit from rigorous testing, security, and QA metrics, and legacy back-office aspects of, let's say, CRM, subscriber customer relationship management platforms, from software connectors all being brought into the equation earlier in the process, along with integrations with legacy solutions that are tried and true, hopefully leading to newer hyper-converged solutions that is truly platform-agnostic, scalable, and ideally offers new, innovative services.
Mm-hmm. Is it possible for IT to be more of a value center rather than just a cost center?
Yes. However, this requires newer thinking in how the solutions and IT services are monetized within this service-oriented architecture, as more of these solutions are offered as a service. For example, if Amazon just built their cloud offerings for themselves, AWS would just be a cost center. Now it's a highly profitable growth engine that might be as valuable as the rest of Amazon. Similarly, telecom providers, like the carriers, had their central offices being a cost center. And now with the advent of 5G coming, these central offices are poised to become nano data centers with edge computing, supporting newer services like virtual CPE functions, AI, machine learning, and DevOps styles of agile on-demand services. I believe this can be a game changer. Enterprises, too, can see how their closed, siloed solutions can become offered as a service, leading to newer business models. For example, many companies have leveraged their voice-over IP platforms, now making it as a service, creating unified communications as a service, like Cisco with WebEx, turning silos into newer business units. But to make this leap requires holistic thinking, newer platforms, newer tools, and an API-driven mindset as we modularize everything as a service. The SOA, the service-oriented architecture we heard all about a decade ago, now becomes real.
Mm-hmm. Is closed-loop automation achievable?
Yes, by collecting the real-world metrics from the network, from the applications, and customer feedback in CRM systems, using AI, machine learning, or with correct algorithms and policy servers that can help decide what's needed to tune the network, orchestrate the applications, or configure them both in the cloud, on-prem, or in the mobile world, we can get to what's termed intent-based networks and services, leveraging predictive analytics in the future. This hopefully will lead to a digitally transformed algorithmic business. Imagine elastically scaling the servers, the software applications, the network capacity as needed with newer, more dynamic, pay-as-you-grow business models. Soon we are getting there as an industry, but this, again, needs newer tools, methods, and platforms to support this transition.
So what is needed to realize concurrent multimodal IT?
Concurrent multimodal IT requires a common set of tools, metrics, and platforms supporting collaborative development, testing, and operations, with common shared analytics, shared APIs, shared data lakes. Hopefully, that way we can leverage both legacy and agile development in the same teams. As we transition in this journey, and it is a journey, we will have business value-based metrics being captured in real time and enhancing the business, ideally with automated feedback loops. These business metrics will be given more importance than project-specific siloed goals of the past. We will have interoperability with common APIs becoming the norm. We will have shared services that are platform agnostic becoming the norm. These could be mobile, web, on-prem, cloud, all working within the same architecture, the same team, with the same process, methods, and tools. Flexibility, agility, and adaptability becomes the norm, with evolutionary enhancements as needed.
Mm-hmm. How does Kovair's platform play a role in concurrent multimodal IT?
Kovair's platform supports all of the above. by having a common platform for both legacy ALM and DevOps development, a common software bus to various third-party solutions, shared data lake offerings supporting shared analytics, an API platform supporting REST interfaces, along with connectors to third-party systems as well, leads to a more collaborative approach between application lifecycle management development and agile DevOps development, hopefully all enabling this transition.
Mm-hmm. Now, could you help connect the dots between APIs, data lakes, and software buses for our audience?
Sure. Here, we'll have a hybrid, hyper-converged solution occurring that can result whereby legacy ALM developers may integrate with newer cloud-based services and vice versa. As enterprises digitally transform their business, they likely will have a mixture of legacy services and newer cloud-based offerings, on-prem, hosted, and by leveraging platforms from vendors like Kovair, they can lead to better sharing of data analytics, better integration to third-party solutions like CRM providers, and in the future potentially to newer AI and machine learning providers, leading to more of an adaptive service model. As well, newer business models can arise from the SOA, service-oriented architecture, hopefully leading to a value-centered IT department as opposed to being a cost center.
Mm-hmm. How would you advise organizations seeking to arrive at a concurrent multimodal mindset?
Sure. Firstly, the organizations need to come together with common goals, common business metrics, common training on common platforms, and by breaking down the silos and learning by doing, it all comes together. Secondly, championing from a legacy lifecycle process-based world to a newer real-time event-driven world. Thirdly, forming teams with an adaptive and DevOps style of development while retraining folks as needed on the legacy systems, leading to a cohesive, collaborative approach, bringing the next-gen folks to become aware of the legacy platforms, tools, QA processes as well. Fourthly, establishing next-gen orchestration frameworks for services and infrastructure using API middleware, agile development tools, newer software buses, as well as adapters to third-party systems with real-time diagnostics analytics, test and measurement metrics, all having business outcomes with common business goals and rewards to drive change. Finally, automated feedback with closed-loop automation, leveraging AI and machine learning or algorithmic solutions, eventually to automatically tune the services as needed.
Mm-hmm. Now, when it comes to transitioning from legacy systems to newer DevOps-based systems, what type of approach should be leveraged?
Well, multiple approaches exist. So first, you can virtualize all the legacy solutions and taking it to the cloud. There's many vendors in the microservices and virtualization space providing solutions to make it more agile. Leveraging common API middleware from solutions vendors out there as well. Leveraging software bus solutions, common data lake solutions, common platforms, and tools from vendors like Kovair, as well as Kovair's Omnibus platform being leveraged, and potentially Kovair's REST APIs. All of these being leveraged, I believe this transition will become more seamless.
Mm-hmm. Now, how about some next steps for CIOs, or Chief Information Officers?
Sure. So next steps could include retiring the old siloed thinking of the past would be step one. Transitioning the teams to common goals, common metrics, tools, and platforms would be step two. And leveraging best of both worlds in each of the solutions and services deployed, from either the legacy environment to the next-gen environments. Eventually figuring out if any of these can be offered as a service, leveraging SOA principles, to not only internal groups, but potentially externally as well, to transform from a cost center to a value center. And finally, figuring out how to automatically adapt or tune the services with real-time metrics. I believe this can truly be transformative.
Mm-hmm. Which Kovair products can be leveraged for concurrent multimodal IT?
Actually, all of the Kovair solutions can play a role in concurrent multimodal IT.
All right, Akshay, can you share a use case with our audience?
Yes, in the world today, many vendors are looking to offer their solutions as a service, leveraging the cloud and DevOps, but often are constrained with legacy application lifecycle management-based solutions, with legacy silos of the past. For example, vendors like Akamai provide security for its own CDN applications, content distribution networks, making it as a service. Cisco with unified communications as a service, leveraging their WebEx platform, is an example as another platform provider that transitioned to become a service-oriented vendor. Amazon with AWS, IBM now with Watson for AI and machine learning, offering it now as a service on third-party clouds, also providing behavioral analytics for cybersecurity as a service. And now the 5G carriers will jump in too, offering virtual CPE as a service from PBXs, SD-WAN offerings, load balancers, firewalls, IoT offerings, and more. But how do we get there? Just porting the code from one domain to another won't cut it. In this hybrid world of the cloud continuum from on-prem and taking it to the megaplexes and soon 5G edge clouds, all this is going to be challenging, but hopefully rewarding with newer elasticity and operational efficiencies. Hopefully newer business models arise, as well as hopefully newer innovations. Businesses will become more agile, digitally transformed, leveraging common API solutions from vendors like Kovair, ideally leveraging the software bus solutions, common data lakes, common platforms and tools. I believe this transition will become more seamless.
All right. Well, would you like to add anything else to our discussion before we wrap up for today?
Yes, these are exciting times with newer solutions, newer thinking, but there will be newer challenges. But I believe all of this will be alleviated with better solutions from platform providers, as we discussed. Hopefully the result is better harmony within IT teams and better business outcomes.
All right, Akshay, well, where can our audience get more information on concurrent multimodal DevOps?
Well, you can consult with Kovair as well as consulting and advisory firms that are thinking beyond the silos of the past to bridging solutions in the near term and future. I believe this would be a good place to start.
All right, Akshay, I certainly appreciate you joining us here today and wish you the best of luck with your future endeavors over there at Kovair.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us today, and be sure to log on to the Outlook Series site for your business and technology news.